If your child is preparing for the NWEA MAP third grade test, this video will help you understand what to expect and how to practice more effectively. I'll start with a quick overview of the test. Then I'll walk through practice questions in math, reading, language usage, and science. For each question, I recommend pausing the video, letting your child try the answer, and then continuing to hear the explanation. Later in the video, I'll also show a third grade MAP score table with percentiles based on NWEA's most updated documents. By the end, you'll also know a few practical ways to help your child build skills, prepare with more confidence, and increase the chances of scoring high. Let's get started. The NWEA MAP Growth test is an adaptive test. That means the difficulty changes based on your child's answers. If your child answers correctly, the next questions become more challenging. If your child struggles, the next questions become easier. This helps the test measure your child's academic level more accurately. In third grade, students are usually tested in math, reading, language usage, and in some schools, science. Each subject usually includes around 43 questions, and the test is untimed, so your child can work at a comfortable pace. The test can include skills below, at, and above the third grade level. So if your child is struggling, the test will show easier questions. If your child is doing very well, the test will show more advanced questions. Now that you know the basic structure of the test, let's move into the practice questions. The math section checks skills such as operations, algebraic thinking, place value, fractions, measurement, data, and geometry. Let's start with a data question. Based on the data presented on the bar graph, what month did the Smith family have the highest expenses? Pause the video and let your child choose the answer. The correct answer is E, December. First, look at the bars representing each month on the graph. Next, compare the heights of the bars. The taller the bar, the higher the expenses for that month. Identify which bar is the tallest. This will correspond to the month with the highest expenses. Lastly, check the label under the tallest bar to see which month it represents. Therefore, the Smith family had the highest expenses in December. Here's the next math question. Ben wants to buy pens that cost $3 each. He has $24 to spend. What is the greatest number of pens Ben can buy? Pause here and try it. The correct answer is 8 pens. Each pen costs $3. Ben has $24. So to find the number of pens, divide 24 by 3, which equals 8. Ben can buy 8 pens. Let's move on to the reading test section. The reading section measures comprehension, vocabulary, and the ability to understand both literary and informational texts. In third grade, students need to read longer passages, follow a sequence of events, identify key details, and understand what information is missing from a text. Let's try the first reading question. Read the passage carefully. Which order best matches the process of making olive oil? Pause the video and choose the best answer. The correct answer is D. The passage explains the process in this order. First, the olives are harvested. Then they are washed. Next, they are crushed into a paste. Then the paste is pressed. Finally, the mixture is separated to remove the water. This kind of question checks whether your child can follow a sequence in an informational text. A good strategy is to underline or notice time order words and process steps. Now let's try another reading question. The question asks which detail cannot be found in the passage. That means your child needs to check what the passage says and what it does not say. Pause here and try it. The correct answer is C, the specific times of Bolt's world records. The passage tells us that Usain Bolt is an 8-time Olympic gold medalist. It also tells us that he retired in 2017, and it says he qualified for his first Olympics by the age of 20. But the passage does not give the exact times of his world records. So the missing detail is answer C. This is a great example of why students need to read the question carefully. The question is not asking what is true. It is asking what information is not included. If this video is helpful, please like and subscribe. Your support helps us keep creating clear, practical test prep videos for parents and students. And if you want more structured practice, you can also check out GiftedReady, where you'll find MAP practice resources designed to help children build skills step by step. Now, let's continue with language usage. The language usage section focuses on grammar, spelling, punctuation, sentence structure, and writing skills. In third grade, students need to combine sentences, choose the best wording, correct grammar, identify proper spelling, and more. Let's try the first question. Read the 3 short sentences. The goal is to combine them into one sentence that is clear, complete, and keeps the important information. Pause here and choose the best answer. The correct answer is B. The child painted a colorful picture and smiled at it. This answer keeps the main ideas. The child painted a picture. The picture was colorful. The child smiled. It combines the ideas in a smooth and simple way. Answer A is also understandable, but it is less direct. Answer B is the clearest and most natural choice. This type of question checks whether students can combine sentences without losing important details. Now let's try a spelling and plural nouns question. Which sentence uses the underlined word correctly? Pause the video and think it through. The correct answer is C. There were many deer in the forest. The word deer is the same in singular and plural form. You can say one deer or many deer. The other answer choices use incorrect plural forms. The plural of wolf is wolves, not wolves. The plural of child is children, not childs. The plural of sheep is also sheep, not sheeps. This question checks spelling, grammar, and knowledge of irregular plural nouns. Let's continue with the MAP Science Test section. Some schools give the MAP Science Test in third grade. This section includes life science, physical science, earth and space science, and basic scientific thinking. For this video, I'll show one science question from life science. Look at the picture of the ants gathering food. The question asks what role the ants play in the movement of energy in their environment. Pause here and choose the best answer. The correct answer is B, consumers. Ants are considered consumers because they rely on plants or other small organisms for food. They do not produce their own energy like plants or break down dead materials like decomposers. By consuming food, they play an important role in transferring energy through the ecosystem. Now, let's look at the third grade MAP RIT score table. This table shows RIT scores and percentiles for mathematics, language usage, reading, and science, based on NWEA's most updated documents. RIT score is not the same as a regular classroom grade. It is a scale that helps measure your child's academic level and growth over time. The table also shows percentiles. A percentile tells you how your child's score compares with other students in the same grade. For example, the 50th percentile represents the median or mean range. A child around this level is performing close to the middle of the norm group. Scores above the 50th percentile show higher achievement compared with the norm group. Scores below the median can help show which subjects or skills may need more support. So how can you help your child increase the chances of scoring high? Here are a few practical tips. First, practice consistently. Short, focused practice sessions are usually more effective than long, stressful ones. A 15-minute practice session that is calm and focused can be more helpful than a long session where your child feels tired or frustrated. Second, focus on weak areas. If your child struggles with data questions, practice reading bar graphs, tables, and charts. If reading comprehension is difficult, practice short passages and ask your child to find evidence in the text. If language usage is weak, review sentence combining, punctuation, spelling rules, and irregular plurals. If science is included in your child's test, practice basic concepts like ecosystems, force and motion, matter, earth systems, and scientific reasoning. Third, use test-like practice. Many children know the skill, but they are not used to the question format. They may rush, they may miss a keyword, they may choose an answer before reading all the options. Test-style practice helps your child become more comfortable with the way MAP questions are written. Fourth, review mistakes carefully. Mistakes are not just wrong answers, they are clues. They show exactly what your child needs to practice next. And finally, build confidence. Children usually perform better when they feel calm, familiar with the test format, and prepared. The goal is not to scare your child into studying. The goal is to help your child feel ready. That is why I recommend using focused practice instead of random worksheets. For a more complete option, you can check out GiftedReady's third grade MAP practice package. It includes structured practice across math, reading, language usage, and science, with clear explanations that help children learn from their mistakes. I added a link to the practice package in the video's description and the pinned comment. That's it for this video. I covered the main parts of the NWEA MAP third grade test, walked through practice questions in math, reading, language usage, and science, and explained how to understand the MAP score table. If this video helped you, please like and subscribe for more parent-friendly test prep videos. And for more practice, you can visit GiftedReady and check out the complete MAP third grade practice resources. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your child's preparation.